Dexter pulled into the parking lot of St. Augustine's Retreat Center just after 9. His coffee was cold. His phone showed 17 unread work emails. He ignored them all. This wasn't how he planned to spend his Tuesday. Father Brennan wouldn't stop calling after Grandma's funeral. Every week, the same message. Come learn, come serve, come help with the ministry. Dexter finally said yes, just to make it stop. The morning had been normal enough. Coffee at home. The usual drive through the Tennessee hills. But he'd forgotten his anxiety medication. He could feel it now. That tightness in his chest. The monastery halls were darker than he expected. Old incense hung in the air. Underneath it, something else. Something metallic, like copper pennies. The shadows felt wrong. They stayed too long in the corner of his eye, moved when they shouldn't. Just anxiety, he told himself. Just nerves. He found the training room at the end of the hall, took a breath, opened the door. Father Brennan stood inside, waiting. But there were no books, no desk, no lecture setup, just a single chair in the center of the room, and a young woman strapped to it. Her head hung down, completely still. Father Brennan turned to face him. His expression was calm, too calm. This is just observation, Dexter. You'll watch, you'll take notes, nothing more. He gestured toward Caroline. She's been possessed for 3 weeks now. Her family is desperate. Dexter's stomach twisted. Father, I can't do this. I'm not ready. The words came out fast, panicked. I dropped out of seminary. I barely made it through 1 year. And honestly, he swallowed hard. I'm not even sure I believe in possession anymore. The priest's eyes softened. He reached into his coat and pulled out a worn leather notebook. Your grandmother gave me this before she died. She asked me to train you. She said she saw something in you, Dexter. Something you don't see yet. Dexter took the notebook. His hands shook. His grandmother's handwriting filled the first page. Prayers. Dates. Names of people she'd helped. Father Brennan moved toward Caroline. He opened his prayer book. The Latin words began low and steady. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. The moment the words left his mouth, Caroline's head snapped up. Her eyes were completely black, no white, no iris, just darkness. They locked onto Dexter, not the priest, him. A smile spread slowly across her face. It wasn't human. Father Brennan begins. His voice fills the room with Latin prayers Dexter doesn't understand. He forces himself to focus. He clicks his pen, opens his notebook, writes the time, 2:42 p.m. Caroline's body goes rigid on the bed. Her back arches. The restraints creak under the strain. Dexter writes it down. His hand shakes, but he keeps going. He needs the notes, needs something normal to hold on to. The air feels thick. Every breath takes effort, like trying to breathe underwater. Father Brennan sprinkles holy water. Caroline screams. The sound tears through the room. Dexter flinches but keeps writing. He checks his watch. 2:53. 11 minutes in. His watch becomes an anchor. Something solid. Something real. Father Brennan's voice grows louder, more urgent. Caroline thrashes against the restraints. Then she stops. Complete stillness. Her head turns toward them. Those black eyes lock onto Dexter again. When she speaks, it's not her voice. It's deeper, rougher, like gravel scraping metal. But Dexter hears something else, a second voice underneath, whispering. The sound makes his head hurt, makes his vision blur. He can't make out words, but the language feels ancient, wrong. Father Brennan doesn't seem to notice. He keeps praying. Caroline's body contorts. Her spine bends backward at an angle that shouldn't be possible. Her arms twist, her fingers curl like claws. But those eyes never leave Dexter, studying him, learning him. Recognition flickers in that black gaze. It knows him somehow. Father Brennan pauses, reaches for more holy water. Caroline's head tilts. The angle is unnatural, impossible. The voice speaks again. He can see us. He's always been able to see us. Dexter's pen stops moving. His blood runs cold. Father Brennan looks at him, then back at Caroline. What do you mean? The priest asks. But Dexter already knows. Whatever this thing is, it's been watching him long before today. The moment those words leave Caroline's mouth, something breaks inside Dexter's mind. His vision splits, the world tilts sideways, and then he can see them. Not just one demon, three. Three separate things wrapped around Caroline like smoke that won't drift away. They move with purpose, with hunger. Their forms shift and writhe, never settling into one shape. Too many eyes. Eyes that shouldn't exist on bodies like that. Eyes that lock onto him the second his perception opens. Dexter stumbles backward. His notebook hits the floor. The sound echoes in the small room. Father Brennan turns to look at him, and in that moment Dexter knows. The priest has been waiting for this, watching to see if the gift would show itself. The demons begin to speak, not through Caroline anymore, directly to him. Their voices scrape against his skull from the inside. They know things, private things, the visions he had when he was 7 years old, the ones his parents called nightmares, the medications that made everything fuzzy and gray, the panic attacks in seminary that sent him to the hospital 3 times. But they weren't panic attacks. They were spiritual encounters. And his grandmother, sweet, strange grandmother who tried to teach him before the cancer took her. She knew what he could see. She tried to help. The demons laugh at the memory. Dexter's watch catches the fluorescent light. 4:31. The hands keep moving. 4:35. He can't breathe right. The air tastes like copper and rot. 4:38. The demons circle closer, not physically, but he can feel them pressing against the edges of his awareness, testing for weakness, finding it everywhere. His shirt sticks to his back with cold sweat. His hands shake. The room smells wrong now, like sulfur and something dead behind a wall. Caroline's body twitches. Her eyes are still white, still empty, but her mouth curves into 3 different smiles at once. It shouldn't be possible. It is. Father Brennan says something. Dexter can't hear him over the roaring in his ears, over the voices that know his name, his real name, the one only his grandmother called him. 4:42. 45 minutes since this started. 45 minutes since his life made sense. Dexter realizes something with perfect, terrible clarity. He will die in this room, unless something changes. Soon. The demons aren't just threatening him anymore. They're preparing, opening doorways in his mind that should stay closed. His perception is wide open. He has no defense, no training, no protection, and they are so very hungry. They move closer. Closer. He can feel their intention, like cold fingers reaching for his throat. They want in, and he has no idea how to stop them. Terror held Dexter frozen. The shadows pressed closer. He could see them all now. Dozens of dark shapes crawling across the walls, moving toward him. Then something broke through the fear. A memory, clear and bright. His grandmother's voice, soft but certain. Seeing isn't a curse, baby. It's a calling. The gift requires surrender, not to fear, but to the one who gives all good gifts. Dexter stopped fighting. He stopped trying to unsee. He let himself look at the darkness fully. "I see them," he whispered. "God help me, I see them." With those words came a choice. The shadows existed. The spiritual battlefield was real. He could run from it, or he could choose which side to fight for. Dexter closed his eyes and prayed. Not the careful prayers from seminary, not the practiced words he used in class. Raw, desperate, real. "God, I'm terrified. I don't understand this. I don't want it. But if you gave me this sight, then I'm yours. I'm completely inadequate. I need your protection. Give me purpose for this terrible gift, please." Warmth touched his chest, spread outward. Dexter opened his eyes. The room looked different now. He could still see the shadows, but he saw something else too. Golden light, thin threads of it weaving through the darkness. Holding it back, the light pulsed with life, with protection. The fear remained, but so did peace. Side by side, Dexter stood slowly, his hands steady now. He looked at Father Brennan and nodded. Together they turned back to Caroline and the entities tormenting her. No longer teacher and unprepared student, but partners in deliverance. Dexter opened his eyes. The room looked different now. He could see threads of darkness wrapped around Caroline's wrists and throat, black chains that weren't really there, but somehow were. "There's one at her left shoulder," he said clearly. "It's calling itself torment. It keeps whispering that she deserves this." Father Brennan spoke immediately. "In Jesus' name, I command torment to release her and go." The thread snapped. Dexter watched it dissolve like smoke. Two more at her temples, fear and despair. They're feeding off each other. His voice stayed steady. Each demon Father Brennan addressed, Dexter watched leave. When one tried to attack his mind, it hit something solid: prayer, purpose, protection. The assault bounced off. Caroline's screams turned to sobs, then silence. Her body relaxed. The darkness lifted from her face. Her eyes opened, normal and brown and human. She took a shaking breath and started to cry. But these were different tears. Father Brennan helped her to a recovery room. When he returned, he placed a hand on Dexter's shoulder. "Your grandmother knew you need to see it to believe it, both what you're up against and what you're called to do." The training room felt different now, peaceful. Dexter could still see them, shadows in the corners, light around Father Brennan. But the fear was gone. His gift showed him darkness and light, both real, both present. He understood now. His anxiety at seminary, his breakdown, even losing his grandmother, all of it had prepared him for this moment, 40 minutes into his first training session. Father Brennan extended his hand. "I'd like you to be my apprentice." Dexter took it. His vulnerability wasn't weakness, it was his qualification. Walking out that evening, he saw things others couldn't, but now he knew why. More importantly, he knew whose authority protected him. Some gifts terrify us before they define us.